Equalization is so important to understand as an audio engineer, whether you're professional or volunteer status. When you're behind the console, you are completely in control. So any feedback that occurs or anything like that, everybody's going to look at you. And if you don't understand how to work the audio frequency spectrum or your equalizer, you're going to be in trouble. So let me just do something really quick so you can hear and see what this is when you manipulate it. At the end of the day, what I want you to do is contact me at MeekPro to come out and help, or you can come here or I can come wherever to help you to learn these concepts and be a better engineer. Let's go. So this is just a recording that I did at a church not too long ago, and I'm just gonna use this because this is close enough to of a Sunday morning. So I'm going to start with low frequency, the bass, because we can pretty much identify with what these frequencies sound like. But if you look on the spectrum analyzer behind me, you can kind of see what's going on here. All right, so you can hear right then you got a lot more bass, low frequency, right? I'm going to take that back down to 0. I boosted about 5 dB. That's a shelf. That's a low frequency shelf. So I'm boosting everything from like 100 hertz on down to 30, okay, or 20 or whatever. Now I'm going to work with the mid frequencies here. So you can kind of hear where the vocals kind of came out, you know, your all your instrumentation kind of came out. You can hear that mid frequency. I'm going to do a high frequency shelf. Let's see what that sounds like. It gets pretty bright up there, so we call that shrill or brightness. So I was starting that shelf at about 5K, which is 5,000 hertz per second, or 5 kilohertz per second. All right, so now let's hear what happens when I take these frequencies out. So let's start with low. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna take them out. You hear that? So we lost the definition of the low frequency, the kick drum and the bass guitar went away. The good old-fashioned smiley face, remember that? Can't believe we thought that sounded good in the 80s and 90s. So you can hear the way the vocals kind of came out, the keyboards went away, vocals went away, you're just getting some drums in the high end, bass and kick. Good old-fashioned AM radio sound. We're going to take out all those high mid frequencies. So watch when I sweep. So that's your equalizer. Let's isolate a couple frequencies here. Let's isolate 1K. Hear how it kind of sounds hollow a little bit? Let's make it wider. Adjust the Q a little bit. So let's just sweep that and see what happens. So you can hear with just EQ how you can manipulate that sound of that whole track. I've heard things that, you know, sound a certain way and didn't sound good, or some things that sound great, and that's all with, you know, mixing and EQ. I say EQ and compression is kind of the emulsifier of your mix. You're moving things out of the way, making room for other things so things don't get muddy or too bright. But equalization and understanding how to use it will prevent a lot of the feedback issues that I hear in churches, that I go out to fix all the time in churches. Just understanding how to work with your equalizer is so important. Contact me here at MeekPro if you have any questions, or you know, if I can help you in any way.